Good morning. How you doing? Always waiting. Always waiting. I'm like Heinz ketchup. I'm worth the wait. Anticipation, Nick. Anticipation. Aren't you lucky? Final look at the Pitot tube. Looks good. Let's get some glasses on here. Nick, is your insulation project done? Or do you still have, wow, that actually filled in quite nicely. Might need to tap on some, a little bit at the top there. Maybe. Maybe. Hey, Joe, good morning. No, it starts tomorrow. Sorry. Apologies. I thought it actually already started. All right. For the life of me, I can't tell what the fuck it is. Jesus. Put the antenna here. Okay, where's here? Yeah, just here. Okay. Literally, put the antenna here. Nick, Geo. Let's see. Who else we got? Nobody else. Yeah, they said Tuesday and Wednesday to get it all done. Nice. Well, hopefully it'll only be 2 days, right? Hey, Kevin. Good morning. How are you? Oh, man. So Saturday was the day where we packed up the vehicle, drove up to Maine, packed up my wife's vehicle. We did have some of my wife's colleagues help us move some stuff, which was great. Load the vehicle up. At the, we're like towards 80% done, and they came and helped with like the last, say 10-15%. Then we kind of threw the rest of the stuff in the cars. And thankfully they did, because there were these 2 large pieces, 3 large things that we needed to have done, and they were very helpful with that. Yesterday, we unloaded 2 things, one of the mattresses and a table here, and the rest of it went into storage for my wife's new place. So we spent yesterday driving up to near where she's going to work, offload into a storage unit for the next 6 months, and then drive back down. So we both got home and we're like spent. The good thing was we did have a little date. We did go get some good Vietnamese, literally across the street from the where we dropped off the U-Haul truck. It was great. Got home and I don't know. The rest of the day was just trying to just stay awake. Ken, good morning. How are you? Is Charles here? Oh, there he is. Hey, Charles, what's up, man? So the U-Haul place the storage place is pretty cool. However, like the unit is nice, it's clean, everything like that. However, if this were the entry, we are literally inside in the back end here. So we're going down this long ass hallway. I don't know, length of a football field. back and forth, bringing stuff in. It's like, oh man, but tired as hell. Yeah, me too, Charles. What's making you so tired, my friend? All right, let's glue this thing in. I guess I'm gonna have to, I don't know, make a slit in it. I mean, this would have been a great thing for them just to cut like a little mark. Just a little mark. Okay. So I have to wing it here. In fact, before we even secure this, I might just do it like from here. Come on. Okay, now let go. Now let go of the blade. Thank you. Okay, that was fun. Coming back into work tonight for my 6/12 this. Damn. Hey Charles, how many hours do you work a week? 6/12 in a row. Vid chug, kind of same boat. Yeah, too many. Yeah, wow. I can already tell you this line, I don't think it's straight, but we'll figure it out. Too many. Yuck. It doesn't work enough if he could just be here hanging out. Nice. Spoken like a perfect 18th century, what they call it, coal mine owner or sewing factory owner. God. Nick, you were a taskmaster in your previous life. There we go. Normally, everybody who works a full-time job generally works 40. The question is, what are you working now? Anyway, all the best, Charles. I hope it slows down for you a little bit. Back to the mines, boys. That's right. Bathroom breaks, that's on your time. Deduct that from the clock. 5 minutes late, you're fired. We'll replace you with somebody else. Oh, you've got to go to a family thing? Yeah, we're going to have to let you go. Okay. Nub's gone. 96 hours for a pay period this month. That's if shit don't hit the fan at the end of the shift. Oh boy. Damn. Oh, you have priorities besides work. You're fired. Exactly. Oh shit. Went the wrong way. But also, also have to flatten it. I'm gonna round the it's bent a little bit, which is fine. Like I said, I can flatten it pretty easily by just putting it inside of a press. Question is, do I round these corners or not? Yeah, I'm gonna round them a little bit. Let's make them a little more organic. I verified my time Sunday, and I think it was 109 hours. God damn, kilogram. I'm hoping there's overtime in that. 109. 40. Charles, how do you work 109? Hold it. What's a pay period? 2 weeks or 1 week? Damn. First of all, yeah, I don't think you could do 109 hours, in 1 week. 2 weeks. Okay. Oh, there is. Yeah. If you literally are working 24/7. Okay. We've rounded that edge. Rounding this edge. Now we're going to open it up. Pop it in. Like so. And press it flat. Those weekend shift different and overnight different. Yeah. I had an 86-hour week back in the oil field days. Well, but I'm assuming you were living there as well, Nick, right? Trying a technique I learned about hot water and reviving old brushes. Those. Yeah. How's it working so far, Joe? Got to bump those up. All right. How we looking here? How we looking here? Ah. Not as flat as I would like. Let's get the high Q one up here. There we go. Let's see. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Hey, Tom. Good morning. How are you? Peter, good morning. How are you? Been doing this morning, so it's been a slow process. Interesting. And I'm assuming synthetic brushes, correct? Not a natural hairbrush. Thank you. That was a 5-day week. Nice. Nice. Okay. That's better. All right. Now we got to drop it in. It's got a dimple in it. Which I just don't care about. So now I got to drop it into that little hole I made and glue it into place without bending the piss out of it. Yeah, that didn't work. Let's see what we got here. Morning, that's fine, Peter. Speaking of brushes, I recently pulled out my good brushes I have, and one of the kids flipped the container upside down, so all mine are bent. The brush ends are the hairs themselves are, or something else, like the ferrule or something. Charles. Not to bring gender equality into discussion, but I'm wondering, why is man's laughter illegal? Why is man's laughter illegal? What? Oh, and now I get it. Yeah, synthetic brush. I microwave water. It calls for boiling water. Because women don't like it when men make sounds of enjoyment. Yeah, the hairs. Oh, ouch. Charles, I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks. All of them or just some of them? That was close. Let's try that, shall we? I see I'm gone but not forgotten. Hey, Ray, what's up, man? We're on live chat. That's kind of weird. I think we're on live chat. Yeah. I don't think anybody's been forgotten. I hope not. Both sets I got. Oh, boy. And how many were in each set? Oh. So hold it. Did it just kind of come down and like it stayed there? Oh, boy. Guess that'll do. I just got to glue it in place. Yes, it works. Brush is saved. Hot water and lots of pressing and pinching. Interesting. So I'm assuming, yeah, it's got to be synthetic brushes then. Again, gender makes me think it is just not possible that a Sistine build that chapel. Man, Peter, man, you are on a roll. Listen to a terrible dad joke. Be still my beating heart. Oh, man, it's going to get worse from here. I think Peter is fully engaged. Also note, I do not know how long they have been like that, but I'm letting them set up right. Well, let them. Best sets had 5 or 6 brushes. Oh, wow. Both sets had 5 or 6 brushes. Maybe trying Joe's suggestion of hot water and seeing if that may bend them back into place. It's either that or replacing. Ugh. Read those out of context and didn't get them for the longest time. Oh, really? Really? Man, I came in the middle of a discussion without any context. Yeah, I'm confusion. I get you on that. Robert, good morning. How are you? I think Peter's married. I think he is definitely married. Was back in November. All right, let's get the let's get that put on. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm glad I'm taking today off. I'm very happy I'm taking today off. Just gonna leave it at that. All right, so we're gonna have to now that it's on, we know how it goes on. We're gonna have to pop it off, and I am at the CA glued into place. I am gonna also press it one last time. I put a dimple into it, and I'm hoping I can eliminate it. Okay. Damn it. There we go. Why is there no court-ordered maternity test required? I don't either. Oh my God, this is gonna be Peter's on fire. Extra long morning stream then. Extra long morning stream. I'll probably go until 7:30. And get ready to see my daughter off. She's got to work today. My wife has got the next 2 weeks off. She'll probably be down a little while. I'll, hang out with her. My younger daughter is still here from college. She'll be here through the week. So that's good too. And who knows, maybe this evening, if I've got enough energy, I'll come down here and do some airbrushing. Yes, Peter's married and he gets to see his wife in 26 days, sometimes in right 4 minutes. But I'm chill about it. So chill. May nothing disturb that chill. And may nothing prevent you from seeing your wife. I can only imagine the dad jokes we will get. There we go. Ooh, I think that helped. Maybe. Chill. Well, I'm excited for you, Peter. I think it helped. I can't tell. Yes and no. Fine, whatever. Okay. Now, let's turn this thing over. Let's get a little CA on there. Ugh. Okay. The only Cyril, you worried about the current war? I think that's a very good question. I think anybody who's not should be very concerned about it. I have all the chills, says Nixon. Nice. DST kicking my ass today. What is DST? Oh, the time change. I'm tired of work. Anyone who isn't worried about the current war is a fool. Yeah, I would not disagree with that thought. Okay, let's see if I can find where this little pool of could not possibly have dried so quickly. Yeah, I guess it is possible. Anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. Damn it. The only thing I can't tell if it's give me a second, guys. I think we're gonna have to I don't know. If I started airbrushing this thing and it blows off, I got a problem. It is on there now. Let's see what happens. Oh, let's see. Let's see. So good news, by the way. AJ still has a cough, but has basically recovered. Excellent. My daughter has already recovered, but cough is lingering as well. Not a surprise. Seems to be one of those kinds of things, too. The lady did not get the flu. She had a 24-hour bug, so her test was a false positive. I'm still in the clear. Glad to see everybody's getting through this, Charles. Very happy to see this. Which side are you supporting, Iran or Israel? I support peace. I'm seconding what Robert just said. I support the path to peace. With gas prices up, my tips at the intersection are down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all those little nickels that people would probably put into their gas tank are not being, I'm sorry, we're not going to the gas tank and went to you. Yeah, they're not being used. Sorry. I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa. Nice. I don't suppose any side, nor should any of us. We should support peace. Ken, what's the just the tip? Nice. Well, that's too damn bad. We'll drill down to this. Israel or Iran is a false choice. It makes death and carnage into sport. All current war is crime. Why do men want women in leather gear? Is that a joke? Is the one disturbing the peace? They have been, and this should be. But I'm trying to give them that lovely new car smell. So, Cyril, here's the thing. We have a politics discussion Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. During the show, we'll definitely, I think Robert's got the right answer. Maybe we have some personal views as to bad and good and that kind of thing. But generally speaking, I think we're here for peace. And part of the conversations in the morning are to foster peace and to foster kindness and love. So glad to have that conversation. See me Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time where we can have this conversation. But in terms of trying to create any kind of divisiveness based on which side people are on, today's probably not the best time to do that. We're on the side of peace. Let's get to peace. Let's see. Neither side is correct. Peter, we will also accept latex. See ya. All right, Cyril. Have a good one, man. Okay. I think that's done. It's something don't look 100% right, but you know what? When I look at it from the top, it looks fine. We'll see what ends up happening once it actually gets glued onto the fuselage. What time we got? We got plenty of time. Plenty of time. I should say I stand with Pope Leo from now on. Might not be a bad answer right there. Speak of the devil, duty calls. Duty? Dookie calls? Charles, are you leaving work now? Good for you. All wars should be decided by a game of soccer followed by a drink at the local bar pub. Unless it's in England. Then they'll beat the shit out of each other. Yeah, don't disagree, Ken. Let's do that. All right. First things first. I'm gonna have to get this guy painted. Dropped in canopy. I'm just trying to get the process now. All right, I got to do a touch-up painting on the cockpit. Pilot goes in, canopy gets sealed up. Primer. And then I got to figure out if I'm going to do orange first or if I'm going to do orange or silver. If it's silver, then I've got to lay down a gloss black first. I don't know. Just popped in. Now I got a call. Got a call to the units. All right, Charles. Do what you got to do, brother. Guys pushing for robot jocks. Fairwinds Chuck. Name I've seen. Yeah. Hey, look, I'm not, I've removed the, because just haven't had a need for it. I've removed the 5-minute subscriber limitation. So now anybody can pop in at any time. It seemed to have been seriously problematic when we were doing the, when I was doing this on my phone and early on. And since then, things have kind of calmed down. So unless things get psychotic again, I will not have a subscriber limitation to posting. Okay. Just trying to put some of this stuff away, guys. I believe the plane is done. I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm missing on this plane, and I don't think so. Oops. Let's put this away. Oh, wait, what is this? This is a 2mm 400. Okay. Get that out. When are you gonna nix this scatological creep? I've been working on it. Keeps finding ways of getting back in my good graces. All right. We are not doing rivets on this thing because I want this plane done. Too many other inaccuracies that I'm not going to be putting any of this stuff on. Where does this go? Yeah, photo etch right there. Fingers crossed. Ken is on the right path if we go from Pacific Rim CGI and less nice stop motion. Yeah, nice. Like a bad rash he is. That's right. Or a good rash. I like to think of Ray as a good rash. Okay, painting. Now, here we are going to use light green chroma, if I'm correct. Let's take a look here. My book get dried out. Palette. Oh, mercy. Excuse me. There's more where that came from. Let's get this guy going. Common rogue. I'm like a good rash. Common rogue. So I like rash on your. So like a rash on your worst enemy. Nice. As a virus, you know what it does to a person. We hate about it. Nice. Ointment is a funny word. You guys. So it is interesting. So like I said, I don't think he was being problematic, but it was interesting that somebody would come in and just start asking questions about what's going on in the world. Now, who knows? Maybe that was a bot. I don't know who Cyril is. But it is interesting to see who pops in. And I guess this is the way I've always kind of played things out. You walk into a room, right? You kind of want to get a lay of the land. Okay, what's going on here before you start interjecting yourself? Now, there are people who work the opposite. They immediately come in and start interjecting themselves. And I'm not talking about this gentleman here in particular. You know, this is just sort of the way things are. But every time I've ever gone on somebody's YouTube channel, it's like, I've always like, okay, let me see. And they're doing a live stream. It's always, okay, let's see if we can figure out what's going on before I start to chime in. But it is interesting when people kind of chime in and start asking some very, very targeted questions. I mean, that was, I guess the question I would have is, if that's being asked, it's, what's the expectation for an answer? You know, you're coming into a live stream on modeling. What's the purpose? I'll take the little one to school later. Spaceman, stick on ice. And Joe, we will be texting you a picture of the Mach-K. Nice, thank you, Joe. What are they trying to accomplish with these questions? To be fair, we all aspire to be. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't think it's even what are they trying to accomplish with the question. I guess it's more just like, what's the purpose of the question? Let's start with that. And then, yes, the immediate follow-up. And what are you trying to get out of this? What live streams on modeling? I know. Well, Ray, we at least pretend to be doing model work. If nothing else, we pretend. To instigate for no reason. Is that the purpose? See, that's the question I would have. Is it the purpose? Because what are you going to instigate? You know? Hey, Edwin, good evening, my friend. How are you? Are they instigating? I don't know. That's the point of but again, it's a bit of a rhetorical question, Tom. I don't think we can answer that. I think the person who posted the question should be the one to answer that. Yes, the palette is no longer a wet palette, but that's okay. I just need a little drop to do some cleanup work here. Some people get a kick out of getting people. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't think that's the reason. It could be an attempt to influence, but targeting a small stream, only influeing 10 people would be inefficient propaganda. Possibly. Not 100%. Stomach was sick, and it's only 60 minutes before I break the fast. Oh, no. Oh, Edwin, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I've not understand how to get them giddy about it, but it does somehow. Yeah. Correction then. Live stream of old man yelling at clouds while postponing products. Better, Ray? Nice. Keep playing that game. I'll put the Harpy away again. Done it before. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. Because starting tomorrow, I think I am going to be needing to start another project, get onto another project. It might be the desk cleaning that'll start tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Merde. Does not want to stick. We're going to probably have to do a little bit of give me a second here, guys. There we go. We're likely going to have to do a little bit of touch up here with some there we go. That's better. All right. Those straps are now repaired paint wise. I might have to dirty it up a little bit because now it's the paint just a little too clean given the amount of weathering that was dropped on top. You know, man, sorry. Good morning. Hey, Dwayne, what's going on, man? What did I miss? Not a lot. I appreciate having you here. Let's just do this, and I'll wash the brush a little bit. I know. Boo. Agreed. I don't think anybody's happy about it. Yeah, it's and yesterday, I got to tell you, I think between the waking up late to start the live stream and realizing, you know, and just all the work that got done, it just felt like yesterday was just a blur. All right. So am I missing anything? Paint the figure. That's the one thing I forgot. Paint the figure. Got to get the seatbelts on, which is why I need to leave. I need to leave that photo etch there. As a reminder, you're going to have to put some seatbelts on. Just a rousing discussion of current events around the Mediterranean, not yet in Europe. This should have been done on Saturday. Not rousing, really. Not so rousing, really. And not switching to DST is the one thing Arizona does right. The one thing? There may be others. There may be others. All right. Oh, man. Let's I think today we're going to have to get that's one of the pencils. I'm gonna have to get IJN pilot colors. I am pretty sure I've got most of them kind of pulled out already. I think there's like a sienna or something like that that's going to be the base color for the uniform. I think I got most of them. Yeah, they might actually be very similar to those colors I've already pulled out. This should not be done on a day ending with a Y. Okay. Fair enough on that one. Fair enough on that one. All right. Do I have? Yeah, I do. Let's get the old phone out here. Let's see if I can find pictures of the El Duque. We'll get rid of El Duque there. Photos, not photos. Though I do have some really cool photos of the space shuttle. Man. Okay. And who doesn't think that's a really cute little plane? Look at that thing. Cute little plane. Do you prefer mechanical pencil, Geo? Prefer, yes. And I had. It seems to have gotten mislaid somewhere. God knows where. But I had a 0.3, which is great for doing like little markings on things, but it seems to have been mislaid. There we go. How's that? Aviator uniforms and equipment of IJN. I'm not buying a book. Rare books, Japan. Yeah, definitely not buying rare books from Japan. Bit of a fluffy collar. Yeah. That might be the one right there. And in the end, it's going to be all inside of a canopy. Who the hell is going to tell the difference? I also have I've got some figures actually. You know what? Hold it a second. Okay, I'm back. Of course, I grabbed the wrong box. All right, fellas, time to get back to work. All right, Nick, take it easy, brother. It's like I went and just kind of reached something. I'm like, yeah, but well, that's not the. That's probably not the one I want. A little bit of a different war. This is the one I wanted. In fact, now I'm going to open this up and see what the differences are between 1/72nd scale aircraft in action series. Did I miss anything here? World's smallest biplane. A chibi plane? It looks like it, but it is the world's smallest plane. Assuming the plane's sexual parents are highly offended. Nice. Funny story. The two guys fighting for the smallest airplane title, they wound up giving a single wing and biplane title, so they'd stop making their planes more dangerous. Oh, interesting. Thinking back to the passing of time, it was far away back in the 80s and 90s, 35 years. Now it's 80. Yep. Yeah. Time flies, my friend. I remember when the Summer of Love was celebrating its 20th anniversary, hearing a news report on that back when I was in college. And now the Summer of Love is how many years removed? Over 50? Okay. Let's take a look at this, shall we? I don't even know. Did I get this thing from Sprue Brothers? I don't think so. Maybe I did. Let's take a look at these little figures. Four of the same runner. The detail is nice, but there's a lot of flash on here too. Interesting. Let's see what we got for colors. Here we go. H is, I hate when they do that. I don't know why. Did aqueous come out first? What happened in that 40 years? Makes you wonder. That was amazing, Ken. I had to reread his Mr. 3 Times to get a truly epic work, champ. Nice. Wow, you met a high bar. You passed Peter's. It's Peter's acceptance. Having somewhat of an existential crisis. You are? Why? So we're by sharing it later. Nick, Tom, go watch. I Heart Huckabees. Later, Nick. The smallest plane is in Prima Museum. First versus what line? Are you referring to the correct, Tom? I believe the aqueous colors came out before the lacquers, because everything I'm seeing here is listed as H. H is, or maybe they're just like, they're expecting that you're going to be hand brush painting these figures. Silver, copper, sandy brown. I don't have any of these things, I don't think. Mitsubishi green. What the hell's got Mitsubishi green? Eight or 10. Silver or copper. Okay. Red, brown I've got. Okay. Well, they have in the instructions with these figures, they do have aqueous color guide. Hopefully you guys can see that right there. Okay. We'll go from there. Okay. So I have to get some of that laid down. Well, at least they got some detailing in here. The question is, what year is this from? Meaning that I believe IJN pilots, there were different outfits. There were obviously changes to their clothing. So this is for, this has got to be pretty mid-war. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. That gives me at least a guide. No, I know what the Mitsubishi green is. I know what the color is. It's basically one of the, yeah. It's more a matter of, it's the interior of this plane is, I believe, that color. The question is, why would that be on their clothing? So many outfits. I have so many outfits, so little time. All right, we're gonna have to leave this here now. I'll pull that out in a little bit. Anyway, what time we got? Got about 10 minutes left. Wish I'd prime this fucker. Okay, you know what? Let's take a look at those figures quickly. His goggles are down, which I like. Very little of his face is visible. Actually, I'm going to do a little cleanup on this guy. No idea what that is, but that's going to go away. There we go. Clean. Okay. Just having the fear of the end, as that is constantly creeping up on me. Hey, Tom, enjoy the time you got. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. The good thing is I'm just going to enjoy what I've got right now to the fullest. Because nothing, when I was much, much younger, I had a bit of a fear of that. And then as I've gotten older, it's like, what control do I have over it? So just enjoy what you got. I am going to get this guy painted today. I want to work on this guy. All right, let's see what the other ones look like. Now, none of these guys have their goggles down. But I will say the detail on the faces so far on these things looks pretty damn good. Hard to when life keeps throwing curveballs, I guess. But life will always throw a curveball. I'm not going to get morbid this morning and, mention something saw a while ago, but, that's just the way life is, What does the shirt say? Spring of '88. Something will happen. Yeah. This is Tom's favorite mobile suit. This is the Char's counterattack suit shirt. From what they call it, from True Gunpla, Holy Mountain Printing. Break my fast. I'll be back. Sounds good, Edwin. Blow up out of the blue. Enjoy, Edwin. Yep. I need to find the flesh paint pack you got. I'm sick of painting everyone the same color. Yeah, I'd like to find a place that actually sells all this stuff locally too, Ray. If you find a place, you let me know. Just step back in the batter's box and wait for the wait on the exactly. No. Yeah, see? Look at that, Tom. Aren't you feeling better now? All right, let's take a look at the face on these guys. Oh, Lord. The detail is good. I'm trying to figure out if it's better or not. They don't have goggles down, which is why I'm not going to use these figures. These are actually surprisingly quite good. Yeah. For molded stuff from 2018, it ain't too bad at all. Not bad. Okay. I may also just use this. Just use this as a guide because I don't want to overthink these paints. I'm trying not to be that guy. It's like, well, is that the exact same color? It's like, don't over fucking think it. Get close enough, and that's all that matters. I don't know when I'll be at the time machine again. I'll be making the ODO trip. The ODO trip? I'll be making the ODO trip. Sounds model competition. Yeah. Fun fact, new is now in Danish. So it's the Now Gundam. The Now Gundam. Great. Not the then Gundam. This is the Now Gundam. I love it. Okay. So today, yes, we are going to get this guy all painted up. And it looks like he actually may have seatbelts already on here. I'm going to pretend they are. Just not worry about putting anything else on here. Those do look like seatbelts. Okay. Get some fucking paint on that thing already. I know. Most likely NWD to pack some kids. I don't know if I'll make ValleyCon now. Oh, really? Ray, preach brother. Shut the fuck up. Hugh, that was then. This is now by the Monkeys. Oh, man. All right. I'm going to actually do that right now. I'm going to clear off the paint area so I can come down here today and do a little airbrushing. Let's leave that out because that I got to clean. This will get recycled. The doghouse, I don't want to hear about it. Thinner. Oh, God, this thing is heavy. Face paints. All right. Standard glasses. All right. My friends, we got this area cleaned up, ready to go. That box needs to get broken down. Why the fuck isn't it broken down? Take care of those. We all know Georgia's soundtrack is by Danny Elfman. Do we now? Do we now that know that? Do we? Let's get rid of all this tape. Do we? Okay. And I'm going to do some, going to go upstairs with this. I'm going to try to get some Vallejo colors that I have that are close enough to this. And then we're going to start getting that ready for painting. So tomorrow, we will be doing the figure painting on this thing, which I'm happy about. And then get this thing all buttoned up. Ooh, I got to bore a hole into this thing too. I got to find where are my rods? I got to find my acrylic rods too. Due to the lack of progress in the doghouse. Exactly. I'd like my soundtrack to be done by Philip Glass. Oh, would you now? Of all people, that's it, huh? I don't know. I'm thinking more, what's his name? Trent Reznor for me. Side of your life was Rodney Dangerfield's Back to School adjacent. George soundtrack is the 440 hertz pause tone. Nice. Peter, how are your models coming along? How many things have you finished recently? I believe you've also started the Harpy. Sorry, George. Oingo boingo. Not for me. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. And I've got to drill into this silas stone too. Bore into this. This will be fun. So who the fuck would ever want this on their countertop? Yuck. Yuck. Dead man's party like real genius. Yeah, good, but no. Boingo, boingo. No. No. Do have to watch Real Genius again. That's one of those films that's like, I really don't like it. And at the same time, I just can't not watch it. You know, definitely a product of its time. Definitely a product of its time. All right. Let's get this guy up here. Yeah. Second here. Is Charlie from Always Sunny on the keyboard. Nice, Ken. It is God. Hello, God. Later, Dwayne. Have a good one, brother. Yeah, I'm going to bail here as well, guys. I'm kind of in a good stopping place. So, guys, stay safe and stay sane. Thanks for being on this morning. I really do appreciate it. All right. So, progress. Let's hope there won't be a lot of cleanup required on the plane once we get to that phase. But right now, we're in a good place. We've got the canopy done. We've got the fuselage done. And the figure is ready to be primed and painted. And once that's in, we'll go from there. All right, guys, go out there and do good. Stay safe and stay sane. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. As our earlier colleague who popped in for the first time, kind of, you know what? Whatever the question was meant to garner, I mean, I think it certainly bears a very good conversation starter in terms of just go out there and preach peace. Go out there and do good. Be kind to people. Show love and respect to everybody. Let's go from there. Be on the side of peace. All right. With that, I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Do good. Catch you on the flip. Peace.